second. Shouts out. Next is that book fam. Just thinking connection. I got a connection right here on my phone. I'm sure that app coming out live. I don't know, it's so damn dark. And you're like, oh, okay. So started. Let's do that. Windows open. I'm confused right now. Do this. Drink your water. Drink glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Glass and drink your water. Lift your water. Drink, drink, drink. Drink, 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 drink. Take your breath and drink your water. Take a breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take a breath and drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your water. Body and drink some water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Toast your ancestors. Lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Drink, drink, drink. Drink, drink. Your glass and drink your water. Drink your water. Move your body, drink some water. Toast your ancestors. Drink some water. Drink. 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 All right, family, shouts out. We starting on these days. You gotta catch me when you can. Into 2018, for those that sign up for the daily, I will be broadcasting on the weekend. My app, I will be sending out texts to those people who are on the Daily Toast. For those people who are on the Daily Toast split. So, drink, 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 drink. Drink, drink. Do it right now. My family, drink your water today. I am drinking. They're not a sponsor, so I'm not saying protected. That's what they say. It's protected. Right? So like she was timelines and stuff like that. But I want a body, especially on Miss Layla at 6. How are you doing? All right. So to all of the family, because now we are up on Instagram and right now. Tech, see this technology. I'm trying to learn how to share so that we can get the message out, so that we can go on and salute our over medium that we possibly can. Tomorrow, be doing the Saba yet at uh, uh, at tomorrow, and of course, you know, I'm gonna be talking about some of the deal with nature building in life. So you're gonna be able to pull up out of this. So it's gonna be a powerful, some planning for it to be a powerful. So up here kicking it on down. This is what's crazy. That let me put. I got this. Pull up Twitter. What's going on 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 Gye-Nyame journey? What's going on? All of it. So right now we're about to share, and I'm gonna share the daily toast for that. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Come on. All right. Ain't doing nothing, y'all. But hey, it's still cool. Share one at a time. That's crazy. But all right. So we started. So yesterday to Amos was, and I didn't get a chance to read on no nice quotes for you. But we do have the answer. I was improving the Nguzo Saba challenge, family. Out soon. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. The Nguzo Saba challenge. Trust me. Well, it's this water, and then we're gonna get straight into our libations. No discussions. Oh, subjects. One of my partners, DJ Dale for read these showtime, and of them that I mean, because you know this is topics. So we'll show topics of trickery. All the community is distracted by comic book based movies. So show topic. So, for permission? Do they often wait for permission from white women? Advertising world. He sent me that day ago. So, black intellectuals, bring it we get done with the listen and supporting the journey. I am happy. I don't anymore because it's like some of the responses I'm getting are very. I mean, actually, I haven't got anything negative, so I'm just going. I got people walking down the street. Hey, man, I see you in the morning. Blah blah blah. I'll be stopping in, checking you out. I'm like, we really? You know what I'm saying? Just getting together, toasting our ancestors, saluting our ancestors. We really on to something here. Said, I'm gonna keep it going as long as I possibly can. And when you see me this morning, oh, okay, well, cool. I'm about to send her some money on PayPal after I get done with my show. Call me after the show, because you know how our brother Hatim get. Because I'm just warming up right now. Miss Navita Nelson, how you doing? I know it's your birthday weekend, girl. You turning up? Huh? Am I gonna see you at the prom tomorrow? Because I'm gonna turn it out. Yeah. So, all right. Miss Navita, you didn't hear the topics of discussion because we're gonna do the toast, but one of my partners sent me that we could discuss to people. I say, hey man, I need something to discuss rather than just me hip all the time. Because that's how I like Kay. She'll be on the road, but in a bit she'll tune in. All right, cool. You heard them, okay. If there's any one of them that you want to hit up on, let me know discussion about it. I got my lines open. I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Spreaker. I forgot one, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to build this up to where we can have a positive effect. Excuse me. That water, man, this is some good water. Today's water, even though they're not a sponsor, this water is kind of good. It's called Starkey. Good. So if any one of them you want to discuss, we can. I'm getting to this toast. About once again, other than the Nguzo Saba Challenge family, you know what I'm saying? We will be doing the Nguzo Saba Challenge. I mean, I've always been doing it, but this is the issue. Less than, what's the date today? In less than 17 days, let's say about 18 days, will no longer be free. So now, after everything will be free, right? I'm gonna get all your stuff now. Don't do the challenge because I'm gonna make some critical changes in it. People gonna be able to receive the information and the text, helping people push through. Excuse me, Sasha. Turn that down. Bro, mind. Do you see this? Let's talk about our net. All right, well, cool. Let's talk a lot of shows out there that talk about let's get into it. A lot of questions bring up and that's cool. All right. Africans in America. Right? Now, of course, other people will have other descriptions of themselves. Descendants, enslaved people. With that. Cases, and I ain't saying it's always the case, but in some cases we run nationality question for is who love on America? I don't understand. Say that again. Is love on America? I don't understand, baby. For live in America. For is who live in. Go write that again. Take your time. All right, so we're gonna get to it. This is one of them. This is my niece about nationality. So we're gonna kind of get into it because that's not my specialty. Going with this, but let's go and have that. I mean, we can have that conversation because get somebody here who knows. Somebody said somebody on here knows something about this whole nationality piece, so we gonna chop it up. I said the only thing I don't want to happen. From saying diaspora more than America, right? Unity is connected to a nation, so we're Africans in America. Go back to the black piece. It gives us. Everybody can say that, you know, before, for example, African American, white South African, they could be labeled as an African American. You know what I'm saying? An African American can be anybody. I mean, you got white people that live in Africa, so the Africa that comes over to America, African American. So I like to use the term black because it kind of helps us identify who we are here in America, because for most of us, descendants of people who suffered, we are the, and that gives us a unique status that I think that we really need to embrace. And in fact, part of the thing that I'm gonna be talking about in my is how to use stories and how stories are important. If you tell people the wrong type of stories, shying away from who they are in a sense, and that's what's been happening to us. It's a color. It's a color. Black is an identifier. That's your question. See, I asked your question about the nationality. It's American. That's the case. America is not a nation. So black fire. Right? So now you get into the nationality, but because I kind of feel where you're going with that. What do you mean by nationality? You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, jump into it, put it out there. What do you want to say about it? Because I don't specialize in that, because then you're going to get into the sovereignty piece. And let me be very clear about you with the sovereignty. There is no discussion about sovereignty if you cannot protect, as black people, right now, we can't protect what is ours. Hell, most of us go to work right now and we have to give our money to the tax people before we get our motherfucking money. And if we have a business, if we don't pay the tax man, we're going to lose everything. So you can't have a discussion of sovereignty. So if you want to talk about nationality and then move to sovereignty, then I'm going to have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole sovereignty question obtained by people or a group. Sovereignty. Nationality, you own soils of America. America is not a nation. Is now, what is a corporation? What is a corporation other than a nation? You understand what I'm saying? Name a nation out there that is not a corporation. It is a group of individuals that work together. As a matter of fact, a corporation falls up under the same definition. Nation is the stable historical unity of people with territory, economic, like distinctive combination words, baby. You know what I'm saying? Stop allowing people. First off, you are African over here, right? You were from your home, your people became, you are in a country called America. To identify at first, then start calling you Negro. I said, I'm an African. Became African American. Piece is just dodge around and dance around who you are. You are the slave. Right wrong with that. It's all in the. That's what happens is who are so hurt. We are chosen. So we're, you know what I'm saying? So we want thing, but what we are is planning. We tried something that nobody else could survive. Nobody to survive. We went through something that nobody else could have went through. And now we're here. And many of us are still crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because just like when you're being born, you go through a trauma, baby. Black folks have been traumatized. So we're looking for shit to hide from being black, hide from being African, because we're ashamed, right? Because we feel we lost, but we don't understand that we're involved in a generational war. So we could play with words. Oh, it's not a nation, it's a corporation. America's this taxes. You know what I'm saying? Stand on your sovereignty. You know what I'm saying? Sovereignty is protected. See, and what's crazy is, I want you to think about this. Come at us with this nationality argument and this argument and the sovereignty argument. And to follow the very law in coming to get us and taking the land from the Native American, from the Native people here. Do you know the legalese of black law or black law? Now, I don't get all into that shit. Because, baby, we need to be getting off into learning how to communicate with each other. Black law is still a book that's written by a man. Now, first thing one of my principals teach me is self-determination. I have the ability to define myself for myself. I define my people for my people. I don't need no fucking Black's dictionary to define me. That's still falling up under the, trying to escape who you are, put you up under somebody else's microscope. So now I'm supposed to go to black law, which is a whack who wrote a law dictionary from near the definition of who the fuck I am. Shit, come on, baby. You are. Your mama Malika tell you are. Who did your grandmama tell you are? You understand? Where was she trying to get you? That's the language we need to know about. Why? What's a nation, baby? That's what we're missing. What's a family? To a people that will break the chain, and that's the whole piece. You're trying to take laws to people that don't respect law. You got to understand, laws are designed. Listen, baby, laws are designed. One more time, laws are designed to protect the future of the people that's making the laws. So that means that if a law is no longer serving its purpose as far as protecting my people, I like to change that law. Laws are made for the people, not vice versa. People are made for the laws. People make laws to make sure that they're able to protect their shit. Do you know why there's so many laws right now? Because white folks are trying to protect what they have. They went around taking shit from everybody. After they got all the shit, they needed to make sure they talk to this shit. So now they got us jumping through legal hoops in order to prove shit. Mine is this: if I had the power, if I have the might, I don't have to obey no goddamn laws. You understand what I'm saying? Laws are made by men. Now, so you're going to take laws to a motherfucker who has showed us historically that they will change every law. So I'm going to take laws and fight somebody who has never fought fair with me. Hey, this is your law. Okay, you're right. That is my law. But hey, just yesterday we had a referendum and we changed that law. Sister Navita said you cannot take a law to people that will break and change the law whenever they feel like it. Like you said, don't pay your taxes. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you don't pay your taxes, baby, they coming for you. Now you can sit up there and you can throw all the legalese you want. All the legalese you want. You know what I'm saying? If them motherfuckers want you, they're going to get you. And the only way we're going to stop it is by us tribing up, by us grouping up. And because the only thing these motherfucker courts know, because they built them, if they feel power. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with Russia. This is why America don't fuck with China. Donald Trump went into office, Taiwanese president, before he spoke to the leader of China and backtracked. Respect is power, baby. And we're not going to get power by looking at their law dictionaries. We're going to get power by us building, by us in our to be a nation, historically community of people with territory, economic life, distinctive culture, language, and common. We could build that right now. We can start developing our laws, which will protect the future of our children. That's what it's about. By us coming together. By me doing what I'm doing, right? By you mastering and doing what you're doing, by you finding other people like yourself, and y'all, we start working together, family. It's that. I mean, it's like it's so simple. And then on top of that, start living principle-centered lives. You understand what I'm saying? When I could look, when I could look at you, and I know that when you give me your word, man, we gotta get back to that. We gotta get back to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no contract with you because you family. You understand what I'm saying? We got to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? Where our words are bond, where our principles mean something, where unity means something, self-determination, collective. When we're practicing our principles and we're living our principles, and we start bringing stuff together. Like, for example, your mom trying to get in touch with me can purchase a product from her. Commerce between each other. Trust, and I said, because I wanted it, I'm going to buy it. She sent me her PayPal information so that I can get my butter. What she promised me. I was going to do the show. Ancestors, and by us connecting on other, we build our personal power, and we build the only real wealth that Black folks ever understood: relationships. We're not forming the relationships we need to develop the power we need. Or I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're not focused on the whole aspect of building relationships. We're trying to jump through law hoops. How do you get that power? Have you heard of a brother named? Yeah, I heard of him. We have to come together economically first. We need to build an economic base. You don't see the Chinese in America asking for the government to help them. They have places like U.S. see more. Go ahead, Miss Navita. They have banks, businesses, communities more self-sufficient. Now, this is the one piece, only push back on that because you exactly right. But unlike everybody else that come here, the disadvantage of being born here that we have to be able to do is to group up and not only get that economic power, but get that political power and make these motherfuckers money. And I know a lot of people say, brother Hatim, you crazy. You're never gonna get it. Say don't. I ain't saying don't start our credit unions. I ain't saying don't get the economic piece, but we still have to put our demands on the table. We need to put ourselves in a situation what's owed to us. It's ours. It belongs to us. You understand what I'm saying? As Black people in America, we have a special status. You know what I'm saying? The elder, he talks about economics. He calls us the only non-immigrant class. We're a non-immigrant class. We didn't come here by choice. We were forced here. We was brought here. We was used as a country is built on us. It's built up on Black failure. Right now, Black failure is fueling this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it was Black bodies that built it up. Motherfuckers owe us. Train our kids to go up into these places and argue and get our motherfucking money. And if need be, we need to be able to back them up with physical action if we need to. Like you heard of that white boy Clive and Bundy? It's crazy as fuck. This motherfucker is taking his cows out onto federal lands. They come, he have a standoff with the police. He become a national hero. About reparations, we got problems. Fuck that. We need, because we've been paying taxes. Actually, there was a period of time where we paid taxes and didn't have representation. So they owe us money for that shit too. They owe us money for all of the free land that they gave away that our ancestors was never able to get in. They were supposed to give us money after we came out of the situation. They never did that. We need to mount up all of our demands and make the demand. You know what I'm saying? This is why when people be talking to me and be like, brother Hatim, why you be talking about Obama and what you did because of what? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that like, you know, people screaming, oh, Oprah, 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 you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, but none in her platform, she never stood up, never had a show about what was owed to Black folks. No, we lazy. You know what I'm saying? Our children are lazy. According, I'm not on that shit. Family, we are old. And we need to make sure we train our children to remember that they are old and to walk around this motherfucker like we own this motherfucker, because in fact we do. We have to group up. You cannot get the power without money and or violence. They won't even let you at the table if you're not bringing any economics and bringing institutions to protect that shit. That's what they understand. You know what I'm saying? So want to play politics and laws and shit like that. We need to be pulling everything that we need from them. But we have to understand, family. We have to understand that we gonna have to be in everything that we get back and everything that we build up. Because we already know. We already know. We already know how they come. Many historical examples. But hey, one piece that we all need to understand about that, right, is that we always went down fighting, family. Always. And thorough knowledge of the game, not only thorough knowledge of the game that they play, you know what I'm saying, having certain mastery. I agree with you. America.com up there, how do Black people spend their money? You know, I mean, because it's like, you know, we started behind it. And we have to really understand that, right? It's like there's a couple of videos you can check out. There's this dude called Tone Talks. The perils of being black. What we have basically gone through, situation we in, how much wealth we really have, because for some reason I think that we got more wealth than we really have. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, family? We are struggling over here. Places we're being priced out of them, as they call it. Tone Talk say, he talks about us being priced out of America. That stuff, some Yvette Carnell stuff, she does a real good, they do a real good thing about giving the data about the economic status of Americans. You know what I'm saying? Or however you want to look at this. That you can understand where we are economically, and then see the importance of raising our kids so they understand the importance of politics. As long as they playing the political game, we need to be able to get our kids up in that arena to pull down as much cash as we can. Then we need to make sure we got our, if some of our kids is going to the military, we need to make sure that they got their mind right. That when the time comes, they got their mind right. But how are we gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? We do that by, one, educate them like you, Layla. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You've been part of the family for a very long time to this. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna run into a whole lot of different stuff. But I want you always to remember that anything that takes you away from being problematic, you know what I'm saying? You don't need nobody's permission to be you. Period. And like I said, you had to, I mean, in a sense, we looked at you and kind of defined you with the name that they gave you. Look at the definition that lies for you in your name. Your grandmama used to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was all given to you. And I don't want you being pulled to the side because you got slick talking. Because a lot of times we got a lot of slick talking niggas out here, and the game is good. Into it, you be like, wait, hold on. Version. You understand what I'm saying? Baby, we have to certify ourselves. We have to become the master now. But at the same time, like I said, because it's like this. There's a story motif where a prince robbed of his family wealth, of his kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And he moves off into another world, but he always tries to come back and get. You got stories like this where you got somebody who something belonged to them and they always wanted to get it back, and it always seemed impossible, but they come back and they rise back up and they take their shit. In a sense, that's how we are. That's the story of us. We're that lost individual who has been imprisoned, and everything that we had was, there's a legacy waiting for us. We have to as Riley said on Boondocks Christmas Special, Santa, you gonna pay what you owe. Santa, you supposed to pay me what you owe. They owe. You know what I'm saying? This government owe, this whole institution owe, and we're gonna we're gonna get our legacy back. We're gonna get all of our shit back. But at the same time, we gotta do work, family, because we have to be prepared for it, whether it's coming or whether it's not coming. We still have to build, like Sister Navita says. We, with the current buying power, 1 trillion that is forecast to reach 1.3 trillion by the year 2017. The importance of connecting with African American consumers is more important than ever. African American consumers is more important than ever, as detailed in a new report published by Nielsen in collaboration with the National Newspaper Publisher Association. Black consumers have notable distinction from other consumer groups and understand the connections. Always gonna try to get us to spend the little bit we have, but hey, Navita, go and do some research and find out how much, like for example, if they was to break down the wealth of Black folks, family is worth, because they know how many families. I want you to find out how much each family is worth, because if you look at the numbers, it's something like $1,700, and that's being nice. That's with the cars and shit. We're worth about $17 per family. Now, with that, see, because it's we look at the combined wealth, but oftentimes what we miss is how that combined wealth among the masses. We do waste a lot of money. I do agree with you on that. But it's like, organizing that, but then on top, we have to shake these motherfuckers down. We got to shake this country down, man. We built it. You know what I'm saying? Time we got to do our work. Keep it moving. I know patience. Dang, Layla, girl, you comfortable. I love it. And easy. Combined wealth spent. Combined wealth? Oh, dude. When you really look at it, to survive. It's like, now, I work in a school, and I will see foolish spending. Like, I will see a family struggling, go out and buy $1 pair of tennis shoes, right? I'll see children with cell phones. That's wasteful spending, right? But outside of that, other than that, you know what I'm saying, in the cigarettes and maybe a little bit of alcohol, the point that I'm trying to make is we really don't have as much side spending money as we think. You're right. We could redirect, and like some of the stuff that we survive on, like for example, we need some form of, we need some way to extract some of the money that's going out of our house on a regular basis to some of these utilities. Because I mean, like, one of the things this nation has, every nation has, that the people buy from them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things that that where the Chinese get their rights from. You know what I'm saying? How many Black households have cable but say they are financially strapped? All of them. A lot of them got cable, but say they financially strapped. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but in the same token, we kind of got to throw ourselves in that. I mean, we got devices, and it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, how much do we really got saved? If me and you was to really have a real one-on-one talk, do you have enough money to, go make it for a year without anything? You know what I'm saying? Because in that case, I mean, everybody is guilty because everybody had these little whims. So what you're saying, all Black folks need to cut off cable, but then if all Black folks cut off cable, then we wouldn't be able to have this discussion that we're having right now. Because a lot of people get the cable as well as have the internet at their house. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I hear you, but if we're going to cut off the cable, then we're going to cut off the line, one of the major lines that connect all of us. I'm just saying, but yeah, we could redirect some of our spending. One piece I'm trying to say is, what is the staple that we have as a community, due to bad financial plan? Well, Levita, when you start backwards, baby, it's like be worth $1,700 after we done built trillions upon trillions of dollars for this country, you kind of right. But then now what we're doing is we're looking at the situation in a situation because of how we are, rather than how the situation is. Like, bad financial planning. Well, hell, when did we ever have financial crisis? When did we ever have finances? Many of us are what, 3 generations out of off the, and some of us are 2 generations. Oh, no, you don't. That's not true. You can't have internet without cable. So let's say you just have internet. What type of, I mean, I got 5 devices up here. I do, for most of my devices, I don't have the internet here, but I got to have a line for each one of these devices. So in a sense, you kind of right. Financial planning in a bad situation. Years talk to him about and the phone. So I feel you. You don't have cable. We don't have cable. I just got internet, but that's still a bill, and I feel it's a necessity. The only thing I'm raising is use the same argument. Some of the conservatives use bad black folks on the situation we in here. You're in a situation because we are here. We're over here. We didn't choose to come over here. We were forced over here, and labor was extracted from us, and wealth was extracted from us. In fact, many of us, I mean, actually, we were used as the money. Do you understand what I'm saying? The piece that I'm trying to bring up is, well, if we only knew, or if we only did financial planning. No, dude, we're in a system that has been set up and is built up off the fact that was failing. They make money from us failing. The system is set up for us to fail. I'm saying, because you can see it right now. Like right now, elders right now, everything right. There's no generational wealth or coming from them. The situation because of new law changes and the new taxes. I get the situation, but we cannot continue on the situation. Don't do this 1700. Hell, single black women spread the money out. When single black woman with a degree, and why is that? And it's not necessarily for have, or if you have they need, you're gonna get it to them. But then once again, the back is if y'all only spent your, when most black folks on the edge of survival. Everybody at least in 3 being homeless, and everybody is not in that situation, Navita. Currently 43 million strong. African American consumers have unique behaviors from the total market. For example, they're more aggressive media and they shop more frequently. Black watch hold on, blacks. Oh, don't start acting now. For example, consumers of media and they shop more frequently. Blacks watch more television. Black more shopping trips. Ethnic beauty and grooming products. Read more financial magazines and spend more than twice the time at personal hosted websites. Now, I got a question. You might need to call in. Currently, 43 strong African American consumers have unique behaviors from the total market. They're more of the media and they shop more frequently. Television. We like stories. So now, so what? Television. Maybe we might station. We tried that. Hour than we realized, and that I'm going back to as a nation. What is the staple? As a group, consume only fiction here is coming from external sources. It comes from external products, right? If we said that we wasn't gonna buy products, you know what I'm saying, and that we will be able to produce jobs, start developing the economy. But what is the staple folks can use? Shit, television and giving motherfucking trauma that they are going through, and them being on crack. You know what I'm saying? Shopping, 8 trips. I personally don't go on those shopping trips. I don't know. But I do see a lot of sisters out there shopping, doing a lot of shopping. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Purchase more ethnic beauty and grooming products. Well, hell, you have been trained that you have to look white in order to be in a job situation. So hell, you're gonna have to groom. See, this is what I'm saying. It's almost get the spinning. Hold on, Miss Tracy says, okay. See, I mean, Miss, we're pointing out. I agree. We have more power. I don't want to get into is the whole piece. Well, if we just was to spend. The issue is when it comes down to it, as individuals, we have very little money. And you're right, if we come together in a group, we could do some stuff. I agree. I agree with that. But I want to make sure that we're not sitting around blaming our habits for what we are. When it wasn't the spending habits that got us in a situation in the first fucking place. I hear you on all the spending and stuff like that. Problem that got us in the situation that we're in. We know this. If anybody that's a student of history realizes that it wasn't black folks' spending habits that got us in the situation where we are right now. Back to the story, and I want everybody to check in with your mind. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this tax stuff, a lot of the changes going since the great pumpkin took to office, they did everything that they were supposed to do. Saved properly and did all that. Going to be in the next 3 years. A whole lot of wealth is going to be going on. Did everything they were supposed to do. Raising that to bring, we could do everything we need to do on time. Is they're able to, or we don't have them scared of us. No, all hell being priced out, who being priced out right now. Yeah. The bad. A lot of us. They saved the money and did everything they needed to do. What we gonna do about it? are questions that I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? What are we buying for? Agree that we will all start buying. You know what I'm saying? We boom, boom, boom. We're doing the economy that we need to get. Because we need to be able to provide jobs. All right, so let's do this toast, family. Peter, but you didn't do it for real. She did that's some toast. I need to check and see because I want to be able to look at on the computer so I don't have to be putting my finger on the screen because it kind of gets messed up. So we about to do this call on these ancestors. Okay, cool. I wanted to see everything because I gotta. So, all right, let's toast. I'm doing it, Ambrosia family. Now this, I can't take it out of that because that's strong. You want some? Family, we're gonna do this toast. Glass. Let's call that credit. We call on that ancestor and we say Ashe. From there, move to our personal ancestors. Those that made the transition before us. Lift up our glass and we thank them have done for us and hopefully for the path. Hopefully we have some that have blazed the path for us. And we remember that. So I'm gonna read off the list. If you want your ancestors on the list, let me post this number. If you want your ancestors' name to be on the list, you could call. You could text 61. You could text. Let me do it like that. Text toast 4-1875. See if it pops up. It popped up. That's hot. It won't let me move. And it won't let me pin because it got me. Oh, that's messed up. Over and but if you want your hash to 614-300-1875. All right. So we're gonna start now. When I send you the list, make sure you adjust it and put your ancestors on top. And Robert and Texana Davis, Hunt Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, George William Walton, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Phoebe Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, the Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Ellis, Jamon Jones, John Fallard, Montague Pittman, Cure, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kumar, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Brian Watson, Nico Parkin, Elder Ron Coleman, was Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, The left, Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick A. Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie Foster, Charles Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, J. Smith, Raymond Walker Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Sarah Well, Levita Sue, Jill Main, Paz Masbury, Leonard Barry Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence Thornton, Patricia Lewis, Wright, George Wright, Frederick Davis, Mia Elizabeth, Esther Keechler, Reese, Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Pearson, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Banks, May Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernie Steen Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, John Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry, Will James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Gross, Johnson, Hattie Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell Davis, Triggs II, Frank, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds Stanley, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, and Ella. Lift up our glass. So it came down off of. Okay, cool. So, all right, family. So now, right, we move on. We move on. I was home all day. Is Kuumba is a day of creativity for those. The color is orange. The Hermetic law is cause and effect. Male name for the day is Kwame. Female name is Ama. The 7 Emancipation Circle, cultural virtues. The fellow will be Job, good character, just, honest, righteous, strong character, and from traditional Yoruba, insight. Uh, 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 I have to go and sit down on that. So, and we say, I say, right? From our children's children. You can hear mines in the background. We lift up our glass. We say our shade. From there, we toast all of our, and we say, we'll move on, and I toast you to view the toast. I want to thank each and every last one of you. And with that, family, I lift up my glass. I say, I say. 100 years peace, but I love peace, power, and one. What do I say after that? Okay, I need to let y'all know you are now listening to, you know, this is daily talk. What? No, this is daily talk, and of course, you know this. We strive. Seconds. See if it's anybody out there. Anybody. That's what I forgot to do. 61414 35. I want to thank Mr. Here. I want to thank Mr. Information, Miss Navita from BlackAmerica.com. How do black people spend their money? You got all that from? All right, but someone said. All right. Ooh. About they from us. Production all the way up to the distribution. Imported from, you have to import it from Africa. What I was thinking about was getting total control of the skincare system, because nobody asses up like us. Nobody need to be buying levers or any of that other shit. We need to make sure folks is buying something from us. Alleviate that ass and help. We need certain people. What, you know what I'm saying? What is the staple? Is it a food that we could grow, or is it something that we could produce that we will only get from? Really, I want us to really look into, because the economics is important. Economics is, that's the flow of the resources. The resources represent the blood of the community. How can we take control of the thing people have? This is why, tobacco and firearms and tobacco. I mean, tobacco. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at how it's set up around points of being able to control what you need, tax everything. Maybe we might need to incorporate a community tax. I mean, seriously, maybe we might need to, we need to do a tax. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, that's what nations start with. They start with the taxes of the people. That's what the Kwanzaa celebration is about. Well, we bring everything together so that the whole family, the whole group can eat. We can eat. We could close bonds, and then we can start doing commerce amongst these. I mean, it's sort of like the taxes is what paid for that meal, all the work, because everybody make a feast. Maybe we might need to institute a consciousness tax. I don't know. You gotta pay. You go, hey, and maybe one of the things we gotta do to get right, and I know I hate saying we might have to get gangster like other folks. You know what I'm saying? Because let somebody step out of line of one of those other coaches. You know, they throw their ass out. You don't even come around here. You know? No. Don't come see your mama. No. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, we too nice. Or are we? Or are we? You know what I'm saying? Because when we support white supremacy, we pretty ruthless, right? But when it comes to our shit, we all nice and loving and shit. You understand what I'm saying? So in order really for us to get to the level we need to get, like I said, that organization has to come within. But then also, what's the consequences? We don't have consequences. Motherfuckers walk away from us unscathed all the time. What's the ramification of robbing the people? You know what I'm saying? What's the ramification of running up into an elder's house and robbing them? Well, you know what I'm saying? What are the laws of our community? What are the rules of our community? What are the rules of our community? What are the rules of our tribes? How do our tribes interact? You know what I'm saying? People want to talk about getting into black law and the dictionary and shit like that. We need to take those minds and sit their ass down the table and say, how should we be interacting within us so that we can protect our future? Just think about it, family. You know what I'm saying? Are you, because really to go to the next level, are you really willing to pay a tax? Sound crazy, right? Are you willing to pay a tax? Are you willing to give of yourself to move to the next level? Hell, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been, you know what I'm saying? It's like, a simple fee. It could be a simple fee. Would people be willing to do that? You know what I'm saying? Because it'll definitely help. It'll cut down on some of that useless spending. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to throw down some money. I'm willing to do it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we could talk about that tomorrow at the Sabiat. You know what I'm saying? But this is the piece. It's going to have to be consistent. It's going to have to be regular. And then we're going to have to be able to monitor that as a group. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, family, because one of the reasons I got excited once I really saw what Tawi was doing, because I said, damn, that looked like the beginning of a black government. They've been consistent. You know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? I walked into a ceremony. What's the call-in number? 614. Uh-oh, here we go. Uh-oh. 556. Let me type it in. 614-556-4535. I'm gonna type it in right here too. Where we at? Comment. 614. What is it?
614.
5. Oh no.
6.
Is it 556? 4535. Here we go. 614-556-4535. Call in, family. Are you willing? Texas. Are you willing? Because since we don't have a staple here, let's jump past the staple. On a monthly or bi-weekly basis to take some money, like when you go to church, you willing to tithe to the community. I'm just asking, family, right, to the community, so that we can really build, start creating some opportunities in our community. So I fell off the line, so I'm calling back in, Navita. So let me type it in.
First participant on the call. Please hold while we wait for the others to join.
What did she say?
The first participant on the call. 4 6 4 5 3 5.
You don't remember.
That's a call-in number. Because this, what goes on is a lot of times, and it just take one little incident, and the whole piece, the whole thing is just flushed down the toilet. How do we stop that? You know what I'm saying? Because once people really start putting money in, they become a little bit more invested. And I for one, I'm not trying to hear from nobody who ain't willing. See, because I know for a fact that where your money goes is where your worship flows. Money goes is where your worship flows. So we got a lot of people that's out here that will be out here talking this conscious shit. Because
This call is
for a
being
lot of
recorded.
people, this shit is a hustle. Out to Miss, I think that's Miss Navita. Is that Miss Navita?
Yes, it's me.
Go on, break it down. Because obviously, I didn't know you was the economic master. I just argue. I admit I don't know too much about the economics. But you blame me for it.
This is the thing. We have to get past whether it's, I guess, a blame thing. It's just something that we need to do. Now, I'm going to take myself, and I know I'm not the oddball. I look back at the income tax returns I've received and what I spent them on. I look back on excessive money I spent on products alone. Now, I used to perm my hair. I used to have every kind of wig. I would go to the store and buy wigs I like. I'd buy 3 or 4 of them right there on the spot. 3 or 4 of them. Okay. Hair products, I had to have the best of the best and everything. Not saying now, I know we have to sometimes stimulate to get certain places.
Right.
However, we don't have to spend that kind of money to do it. We just don't. I have to admit to myself the bad financial choices that I have made. I no longer, and I wish I would have learned this earlier, I'm going to use the excuse that is keeping me down because I feel like I can beat this system. This white supremacist stuff keep me down unless I allow that.
Now
I'm not allowing it anymore. I feel like I've set myself back financially badly. Just looking back at the money I've just over the years.
And I appreciate the fact that
I just blew on clothes, hanging out. One of a brother I know, he's a financial expert, and he got it early. He got it early. In his college years, he got it early. People going out and spending money on this, that, and the third. If he didn't have it, he would tell him, "I can't go. I don't have the money." The same friends that was spending. Sure, he owns properties all over the city. He works from home, owns his own business. Because when he told me, he had developed an attitude that, well, that a pocket fits or a window to throw it out, so I'm going to just go ahead and buy what I want anyway. And they had this defeated attitude already. Even when he brought up his children, and he has 2 sons. So he had cable. He didn't even get cable for maybe 10 years ago for the first time. I got it early. and others. I didn't have knowledge of self, identity,
Right.
myself, things that I presented. Me, oh, she got it going on. You see what she driving? On. You see she got the newest stuff. She was in when we was, young. All her clothes from this, that, and the third. And I looked good, but I wasn't saving no money.
See,
my income tax came. I had to get the newest cell phone that was out. You know what I mean? I could buy, maybe a be buying. I should have just got a cash card. Fancy, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't going to be able to keep the payments up on. So I think that I just was very financially irresponsible, which a lot of us, I think we really are. And we do have the money to do things, but we just have to get on the
right.
thing.
So wait. Let me read what Brother Anubis says. Brother Anubis says, not sure what the conversation is about, but it seems to me that it should not be this hard to convince people that are part of what some side to make moves that could potentially make their lives better. That's what and I think he's agreeing with what you talking about, Navita. It shouldn't be that hard people to really to see what changes can I make so that we can become better and stronger as a people economically. Now, this is my question about like a community what we pay, because people pay tithes to the church. I was wondering, what do you think about the idea as far as those people that are conscious paying tithes to the community or paying tithes to the you know what I'm saying? But we got to tax ourselves in some form or fashion.
I see what you're saying. If you have people who have, excuse me, financially or to actually have to start at home, okay. Savings, like you said, some of us now we live from paycheck to paycheck. So, before I'm gonna say for me, I made that to the point where I am now at the paycheck to get at least X amount of dollars in my savings, and then we can. Now I've looked back on it. We have, like I said, I don't got cable anymore. I don't buy all those hair products. I could start, and I don't have enough saved up. So that's my thing. I'm gonna got to get my savings together, and then I will mine, and then maybe like they get through. You know what I'm saying? Be willing to come in the community and make it a community thing.
Now
The one thing my son always says is like all this stuff, but I don't see nobody with them. Do y'all have none? So what makes me as a
wow.
But you tell me, and wrong. I guided you, and I pass that on to him now. And my friend, I guided you all the way wrong. And I didn't have any guidance.
I mean, because really, who was really there to guide you? Because you look at the situation, because the whole piece is getting over the victim shit. I'm not breaking up. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me better now? Man, what's going on? All right. I hear you you on the victim. To be, I'm kind of mixing the whole piece up. I want to go back to some of the spending items that you're pointing out. Brought up a point. A lot of black folks was doing come from either credit cards, those individuals that was getting those super returns. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of that that's where a lot of the major spending come from. Like, oh, I paid my rent here. Like, what? I got my taxes. I paid my rent for the what? How system did you involved with? Because you know what I'm saying? So, but the point I'm trying to say is when we're looking at wealth, because I want us to be clear on wealth and spending. Sometimes when we look at the numbers of wealth, one of the things that we got to take into account is, or is that credit? Or is that from a sudden influx of cash? Because people without money, when they get a sudden influx of cash, crazy things, because there's a lot of things that you've been wanting, that you've been desiring. And one of the reasons is because we've been cut off wealth piece. Now, I'm gonna just have to push back a little bit. In many ways, we can't, the community individual to get it together, because it's like this. It's sort of like the church, because black folks be struggling and still be tithing. So how are we gonna build stuff? We can't build, we can't wait for, you know what I'm saying? So those people that are able to do it, like I said, one of the reasons I got with Tawi is because I go and invest my money with that. Because I don't even look at it as a donation, I look at it as an investment. You know what I'm saying? So Brother Nuba says, seems reasonable to me is to create a security that is called, give them an ultimatum. If you want to continue, to live here, you cannot sell here. And if you have, it's unfortunate, but sometimes you have and brute force to keep the job done. Community anyway. So what use do we have for that? Right? So it's like, economics is one of the things that go hand in hand with economics to defend the economics. For example, every country, you can't have a border as a country. It is important because it keeps people from encroaching space. People have fences around their house so they can make sure space, and if they could slide that fence out just a little bit, we have to learn as a people our borders, how to protect our borders physically, emotionally, to protect, not go over here, right? Because we can't have more going out from our borders. You know what I'm saying? That's called a trade deficit. What we got all the money going out, and the only thing I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, it don't take a lot. 43 million strong, and if we just count those in Columbus, like for example, during Kwanzaa, we saw over 1,000 people. 1,000 people. Then what if 1,000? Let's say 100 was given on a regular basis. Organization. I mean, it could be a choice. I mean, we already seen what happens. Megachurches are the result big, but on a regular basis. For anyone that might be skeptical, because all the dealers are and then he also brings up a whole nother piece for the community. hit home because for a lot of us, and that's them our cousins and shit like that. But we have to cure that I try to teach my no shit day. Will respect your shit more than you. We allow people in our community to sell within our community. You know, draw the community into my community. No dealings with you. Our borders, because we have no expectation of anything. You know what I'm saying? Really, this is true democracy. Try to do it. Double taxes for them. You know what I'm saying? And then if you, and of course, if you on that, but you know what I'm saying, you want to get real sensitive because that's how people don't understand. Money is the god of this age. A lot of people don't want to say it, but money, where your money goes, your worship flows. Your worship goes. However you want to say. You want to see what somebody really believe in? See what they're spending their money. We have to get economic power that we can offer them an alternative income to feed their family. See, now this is the issue. But if I hear you. Now, see, but some people, because what if you offer them that they still do that shit on the side? Oh, I mean, because family ain't family. Everybody look like us ain't family. You know what I'm saying? We got to be clear about that. Some of us have been so deeply virus here. We might, you know, you need to go elsewhere. Do what you do. You know, because I people just because you the one thing. Another thing about is the adventure. So we got the young people with adventures because, like I said, and adventures can we perform? If we're gonna develop a security force, they do this, they have to know how to do that. You know, on a mountain, they have to be able to jump out of planes. You know what I'm saying? They got to be. You know what I'm saying? What adventures can we provide for the young people? Don't accept the offer. Have the alternative, and or I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It's what you can do for the community. You need to come up with your spirit that's involved in dope. Dope brings customers. You know what I mean? Dope. You don't have to advertise. Dope. It's not to do dope. You don't take a mathematical whiz kid to sell dope. It don't take a CEO. Some others. It's people have a need. You're bringing it there. They fulfill it. You're able to get the money. You can do the basic. You're not. Use your skills. Some in for you, but you're eating off the shit. So now you're responsible have been doing into something else harm our community. And then on top of that, they keep on doing this shit, don't want to seek their help, don't, you know what I'm saying? Another thing is that at the end of the day, most dealers are forcing people to use their product. People think that drugs can actually do something for their minds. But we are damaged people, man. Most of our population is African, Black folks, non-immigrants, people who have come. We have trauma that has been passed down, masses, types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily, it's these educated. And we have to understand that. You know what I'm saying? And if they have an alternative, they can be saved. Them alternative. We got a lot of people self-medicating, family. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and some people think that it's better than others. You know what I'm saying? Because we give you, if you look, it ain't glaucoma. It's, you know what I'm saying? You come on, medicating, alcohol, self-medicating with a lot, and we have to understand that. Approach people, we have to understand the dope dealer side to the drug user side. We have to understand that we're dealing with a traumatized people. In many cases, excuse my language, we're dealing with a wounded animal. So it's a certain wounded animal because you the hell animal back you, even though you got, so there's only weak-minded people. Offer them a term limit to invest their profits into something a bit more appropriate, and once that is done, you have to get out of the game, as they say. I haven't even thought that far forward. You know what I'm saying? Because the first piece is getting a group of people that say, hey, this, we're gonna put it in a 100-year trust or something. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing we get off of it, we could purchase a bill. I mean, using this whole concept of smart contract you could use to get certain things to happen automatically. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But ourselves and look at it and be like, damn, I make this amount. People that that's how they support it. That is the same concept that goes. So basically what happens is either we gonna have to get people's checks before they get them and tax them like the government do, people's hearts, and get them donating and make it tax deductible. Family, I mean, we got a lot of stuff to think about. I have several plans, but a plan is only as good as the people that needs to be involved doing their part as well. And that's with any plan. You right? You know what I'm saying? Because looking at this, you know, I mean, I got a whole story about this, because this is what I want to cover. This part of what I'm gonna cover tomorrow is, and the Saba, as far as the story, how do we create a story that's make people want to get involved? What story? What stories are we knowing, and what is the story that we tell people about us? So a lot of times when people, you know, with the whole consciousness piece, with the whole being woke piece, or how, you know, the historian, or whatever you want to call it, the Afrocentric piece, the story is fucked up. The story is not good. We're not looking into the story that's being told about us. We're not framing the story that's being told about us. And now we have to start taking care told about us and start to help hone and develop the story that's being told about us so that we can move to another level. We stuck. Why we stuck? Because the story that's being told about people is out there. It's boring. You know what I'm saying? I had somebody tell me Kwanzaa was born. Kwanzaa was born. You know what I'm saying? You came on the third day and was late on that day. How the fuck you gonna tell me Kwanzaa is nothing in Kwanzaa? You know what I'm saying? So now we got, and see, and this is a whole nother issue. That the collective is supposed to serve them. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain point in time serving the collective. So you got people collective wanting to be entertained, entertain us. You know what I'm saying? It is we got to help people shift. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because some people still coming at us, but they're 15 emotionally, they're 15 mentally, so they still wanting to be entertained. Like yo, you know, I might get you a laugh every now and then, but this ain't just about entertainment. This is about doing work. I'm getting up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, just for the Daily Toast, this is work. God damn it, I'm working with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting the Nguzo Saba challenge together. I got several different websites. I'm streaming on 4 different devices, and I'm working. God damn it, and I'm paying money to do this. This is not for me. This is real life. This is real life. Me getting you information. Me pouring for the ancestors. Me doing this. Part of the way that I help feed my family. My wife looks at shit. Y'all get the idea. What are most of the issues that you can really identify? What options do you see? Man, of course that we will have to do a whole nother show on that, man. I'm not even into that. But problems. What I'm gonna share with you is a solution. Well, I saw something that was a possible solution. That was coming together for the last 15 years. Like money to let everybody know how much money they collected. Up how many people was there. They have been steadfast that they are worthy of a donation from me on a regular basis. And since they doing Kwanzaa and other cultural things into that. So now, Brother Hatim plan is to build up a group of individuals that's like-minded. I'm not even worried about these niggas out in the street. And we're gonna buy a community. In my past videos, one of the things I used to talk about on a regular basis was this concept called the Gye-Nyame complex. In Columbus, one of the things that I noticed is that there are a whole lot of apartment complexes out there. Why not buy one of them apartment complexes? Because when I start looking at the prices, they're between $1 and $3 million. We talking about 200, 250 units. Some 3 bedrooms, some mixed 1 to 3 bedroom type thing. Community where you can have your own security force. That people that come in, the borders of that place because right there, that's already a city. Because in the middle, usually in the middle of those, you have space where either you could put a little strip mall in there. So you could set up stores so that people get there, where you can have a co-op where people is bringing fresh fruits and vegetables in for the people to eat, come and buy. You could put a barber shop and a beauty salon right there. You know what I'm saying? Hell, if we really want to get freaky with it, we could build a school inside or right next to the place, right? And make sure that we only accept parents that are willing to work with us. that are willing to, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the peace. And had the government pay for that shit. Listen, it's already possible because this the peace. If crime is taking over the east side, I don't want the east side. I want a peace because I understand that once I start building in a territory and I get people to start feeling that that territory is theirs, I to defend it. They have a house that they own within that territory, and now we sit down in a meeting and be like, it's time for us to expand. The house next door, next door to the complex, we need to buy that. We need to buy this whole row of houses so that we can extend our state and keep it clean by not tossing it. And see, but when people have ownership, that come from a hopeless group of individuals who have nothing to look forward to. You know, I don't have no vested interest in this shit, so fuck it. Watch any, like for example, sneaker capital of the world. Take care of them sneakers. That if they had property in some form of fashion, they wouldn't be taking care of it like that. When you invest in something and you have ownership in something, you have a different outlook than somebody that's just renting. Just, you know what I'm saying? You could be thrown out any time. Motherfucker ain't fixing your shit. He says, and keeping it clean by tossing the garbage out any and everywhere. Yes, having a microeconomy is definitely achievable. Most do not understand that garbage made the Romans sick. But then now, but family, all I'm saying is, you know, boom. It starts with a group, with a tribe. It starts with a family. A group of families come together as a tribe and say, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna invest towards this tribe this amount per month. Peace. I ain't got all the rules down. When a tribe reaches 100, that tribe must split in half. So now you have the original tribe, you have the new tribe, half. And when each of those grow and they become 50, they need to split. Now, I ain't saying they got to move away from each other. But what I'm saying is, one, when you have groups of over 150, it's hard for you to start developing those relationships. So the only rule that I would have at this point in time, because there's other rules, of course, there's other things that we're going to have to work out, right, grows over 150. From each one of those 150, you have a representative that sits on the council. And what happens when you get a bunch of united tribes? You get a community. What happens when you get a bunch of communities? You get a city. What happens when you get a bunch of cities? You get a state. What happens when you get a bunch of states? You got a country. Tribes could be like the cadet branch of the Medici families. I mean, and with, I ain't gonna say that's the basic model, but all that shit they got from us. You know what I'm saying? Tribes. Why were tribes important? Tribes helped groups of individuals survive, but there always were problems once tribes got too big. So you keep the limit on where a tribe, how big a tribe can grow. All tribes will give to a central body. All tribes to maintain tribes, you know what I'm saying? The part of the tradition is giving to a central body. But that body wouldn't be able to move and shit like that. Of course, and they still exist today doing what they did back then. Yeah, family. I mean, because shit's not hard. Because another piece that I want to bring up to folks, check back in history. At one point in time, we was running the world. See, people ask that question in the wrong way. Like, what the fuck did we do wrong? You know, so what the fuck, you know, if all this shit is true, you know, boom, we must really be fucked up. No, well, we need to look, first off, if you was on top before, you could get back on top. Second, that is what did our enemies do to dethrone us? right? What processes did they set into process within themselves? Us. We need to, and of course, we need to grasp that culture. Family, this is Brother Hatim. Long enough. I need to drink some more of this ambrosia. I need me some water. Oh, Anubis, if you could, my brother, could you in a message or on for how, because it said how Star Wars should be. Same question I was asking myself the other day while watching that movie. How the hell did the elves lose the war? Economic power. You understand what I'm saying? And the piece is all victories don't have to be seen by everybody. These are not true victories. You know what I'm saying? We have to understand as a people, man, it's game. When you get to a certain level, it's a certain level of because we was talking about the paradox the other day. There's a certain level of gray that you have to be able to let exist. You dig? See, and did you check out in Bright how at the end they had to deny that the whole thing happened, and then the elves got to walk away with the wand? You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they had a system established for that, for just such an event. You know what I'm saying? Now, all they gotta do is find them an elf that is able to touch the wand and make a fucking wish. They doing what they did at that same boom. They had everything on their side, such as magic. That's why I'm excited about part 2. I don't going to Bright. I didn't like that much. But anyway, family, I'm about to get up out of here. This is Brother Hatim. You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey. No, it's Gye-Nyame Journey. Anime. Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Let me start over. You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey. This has been a Daily Toast. And of course, you know, this is a Heart of a Seven production. Strive to blow up.
Mr. Teddy.
Peace out, you go.